It may not look like it, but this has seen a lot of sanding and smoothing and just making the seam lines disappear. I have the eyes and the tusks molded. You can see one of them here. I went out of my way to make these super glossy. So when you're putting this together, there's a kind of a fat end and a thinner end to the eye. The fat end goes down below, so it'll sit into that socket just like this. Here are the two tusks. I decided to mold these at an angle just for ease of assembly. Left and right are the same, so they're already angled to be at the proper angle on both sides. Just you'll pin those, set them in place. These eyes took a little bit of R&D to get the color right. So it's a mix of brown and red into a translucent resin, and just so I can get that eyeball effect down at the bottom. I think this LED might be a little bit bright, so we might change the resistor value. But there is one of those eyes lit up, and here it is. It looks totally opaque when it's not lit up. This just needs one little coat of primer, just so I can double check the smoothness, and I'll be ready to begin the molding stage. Here is the laser cut base I talked about in update number 1. I got it done. So you have your 4 element symbols. I put a little registration hole so you know what the center is. And my idea was that if it as a wall hanging display, you would mount the head and neck. You'd line that neck up to be center, and it would sit on your display like this. And a friend of mine suggested that perhaps this might be better used as a base if you wanted to make a base display, that the head would sit on an additional piece of platform, and these could be backlit. Color changing lights to backlight, or you can go with the colors of the elements. Red, yellow, green, blue. I forgot what all the colors are. But that is an overview of the base. This is laser cut in 1/4 inch MDF, and it will be easy to backlight this guy. Nice clean cuts. Before I pour rubber on this, I wanted to end this update with how you would light the eyes of this guy. This head will be a rotocast piece, so it'll be mostly hollow. And the stem will be part of this kit because the stem is what connects into the neck. So you would run a wire, you drill a hole through the stem, up into the head, out of the eye socket, and this eye won't be in there. So you'll pop the wire through the eye socket, attach your LED into a pre-drilled hole into that eye, run the wire through the head, down the stem, and then down the neck. You drill an access hole down at the bottom of that hole, down to the very bottom of that, run your wires out of the neck, and then behind whatever you decide to use as your base, and then you put a little on-off switch somewhere on the side, somewhere inconspicuous, and that is how you will end up lighting the 2 eyes. As you can see, I divided this mold in 2 halves. There'll be an opening down below for the pour spout for the resin, and this layer is the gel coat for getting a nice print coat before I start in with my fiberglass. That's it for this update on the MONDOSHAWAN head. Thanks for watching. As always, like, share, and subscribe, and check my channel for more content.